Lucky week number 7 is here. My favorite number on my favorite day. Hallelujah! Football Friday has once again arrived. And it also just so happens to be my mom's birthday today. So happy birthday, Mom. But I'm sorry, you're going to have to share the gift of football highlights with everyone. Let's go. Huge one in the Marewood. Abbotsford hosting 8th-ranked Auburndale. Both teams needing to win, but early. This one belonged to the Eagles. Trayton Weber on the zone read, follows his blocks, hits the gas, and there's no breaks. 50 yards to put the visitors up 7. Next drive. That one's too high, and it's going to be picked off by Blake Robb. A robbery, if you will. He goes down the sideline for a touchdown. Auburndale keeps at it. Now it's Weber to Aiden Turney behind the defense. No one there. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly. Tonight, they win 49-6. We head on over to Athens for a battle of the birds. Blue Jays playing host to the Cardinals from Thorpe. Starting in the first quarter here. Cardinals already up 7-0. Blue Jays on the run. Kyler Ellenbecker with the ball. Shakes a couple of defenders at the line. And he gets to the outside. Bounces off a Cardinal before getting ushered out of bounds. Athens ends up punting. It's the Cardinals' turn. Aiden Rosemeyer keeps the option. And it's off to the races like he's at the track. Down the sideline he goes, and he's in for 6. Cardinals go up 13-0 and win big, and I mean big, 70-burger to nothing. Well, looks like Thorpe is really gunning for Newman's crown this year. Speaking of, let's see how the Champs did tonight, along with some of the other teams across our area, to the sounds of an iconic song played by the Amherst Band. And we are back, and the football is better than ever. Well, I mean, any football is good, but you know what I'm getting at. We had a couple ranked teams highlights to start things off tonight. You know what? We like that trend so much. We're staying on 29 East with another top 10 team. 3rd-ranked Edgar looking to keep pace in the Marewood, hosting Pittsville late first half. Tegan Strait going deep for Brett Bumgartner, and hey, you can't do that. Pass interference. Pittsville sets up a candidate of the play of the week, maybe the year. Carter Butt on an option pass to Baumgartner for the diving grab. Heck of a touchdown, putting Edgar up 21-0. And the Cats stay tricky. Leighton Shuett weaves past tacklers, and he'll go all the, yeah, you know how it ends, way. Edgar goes on to take this one 28-8. They get a big one against Auburndale next week. Colby tied with Auburndale atop the Marewood. They make the trip to Marathon to take on the Red Raiders. We join the action just before halftime. Hornets driving. Tyler Underwood going over top, but he's picked off. Ball going the other way. But it's called back because of what we saw in that previous highlight read. Pass interference. You can't do that. The next play, Tucker Meyer connects with Mateo Lopez, who crosses the goal line for 6. Penalties killing them. The Hornets keep their undefeated season alive and top the Red Raiders in this one, 35-14. Well, someone woke Amherst up after week 2. They've rattled off 4 straight wins and sit atop the CWC, hosting Nakusa for homecoming, and the Papermakers really not doing much approaching the half. 31-0 they're down, and Nash Crickmeyer desperately trying to find someone before he gets burned in the backfield. Falcons take over with a minute left and wasting absolutely 0 time. Matthew Godowski uncorks one to Jake Dorinsky, taking it to the house, making this game out of reach before the half. Papermakers wave the white on this one, and the Falcons respect it. They win 38-0. Next, we'll head to Rochelle versus the visiting Thunderbirds, and the Gears were WD-40'd up from the start of this one. Opening kickoff, Carter Mellum is off to the races, and off to the crib. Thunderbirds up 7. So now it's the Hornets' chance at a kickoff. And Trent Bembnek, well, he's going to take this bad kick, and he's going to take it all the way to the other side of the 50 to the 40. Special teams, man, I keep telling you, it wins or loses football games. Then it's Ethan Stroud, and proud, he's keeping it. Look at the happy feet here, making a couple guys miss for the nice game, but the Hornets won't put the sting on as penalties killed the drive. They'd have to punt. Unfortunately, couldn't get a final score from this one. Yeah, I know. I hate seeing Me Too because it means commercials are on the way. But I promise more Week 7 goodness is on the other side. In the meantime, though, use the time to grab your coldest blue Gatorade. We all know it's the GOAT. And get comfy. Game of the Week is next after these scores. Was that we heard during the break? Chance of we want more? Well, you got it. We're back for the encore with two great ones. Now, Medford and Mosinee are tied for the lead in the GNC and face off in a huge one next week. But for maximum interest, Mosinee needed to take care of business tonight. Looking for their fifth win in a row, they welcomed in the Red Robins in the Veterans Stadium. Indians up 13 and looking for more. Fourth and goal. Gavin Abramski, like Pizza Hut, he delivers. Patience is a virtue, and it pays off with 6. But the defense, Wyatt Harris, time is money, and I ain't waiting. He cashes in for a sack, forcing an Anago punt with about 2 minutes left. So here comes the hurry-up. Abramski, the rollout to the toe tap, and Davin Stoffel stops the clock. Well done. Then Abramski to Ethan Dinesha, 78-yard drive, paid off with 6. Mosinee wins big, setting up that massive Medford showdown next week. Well, a big VFA battle. The Tigers on a 4-game win streak in our game of the week, taking on Wisconsin Rapids. We pick it up where they left off. Trevor Femmel handed to Ryan Donovan right up the gut and into the end zone. Marshfield first on the board. Rapids, Teal Lucas to Leo Brostowitz. Isaac Daggett on the tackle, but no! Leo not going down, and he goes down inside the paint. So back up he goes, 25 yards to the house with a pair of touchdowns each. They enter the half tied. Second half on their own 20-yard line. Femmel to Lemoyne, they take the lead out of the gates. Rapids isn't going away, though. The float, and he's in there. Evan Matthews running this one in to even it at 21 apiece. And things getting tricky. It's looking like overtime is the only answer, but 11 seconds left. Teal Lucas manages to line him up for this, and they're going to go ahead and kick it through. That's a win. Wisconsin Rapids gets another big W, and Addison Van Patten was there for all the action. Well, that's another great week of football in the books, setting up an even better one next week. Quick conference rundown. Stratford and Amherst tie in the CWC. Medford and Rhineland are knotted in the GNC. Rapids West and Marshfield all battling in the VFA. And don't even get me started on the Merriwood. Colby, Auburndale, Edgar, all right there. Should be fun to wrap up the season. But I'll see you right back here week 8 for another great Football Friday next week.